Well, as we've reported, Vice President J.D. Vance is set to make a stop in La Crosse tomorrow. According to the most recent White House news release, Vance will be visiting a steel fabrication facility in La Crosse, where he's expected to talk about President Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill. The administration calls it a historic tax cut for working families and businesses. Visit is about setting the record straight on what they call tax relief for working families. Here's what Congressman Derek Van Orden had to say about the visit yesterday while visiting area cheese businesses.
No tax on tips, no tax on overtime, a $6,000 break for our seniors. 85% of people on Social Security will not have to pay any income tax any longer because of the One Big Beautiful Bill. And the Dems have just been lying about it. So JD's going to come out here and he's going to tell the truth about what's in this bill. We've been doing it since it passed. And I'm really looking forward to having the Vice President back in the state of Wisconsin.
Now, Van Orden says that the bill will also direct new money into rural health care and programs like Badger Care, calling it a win for Wisconsin families. Now, meanwhile, local Democrats say the Vice President's stop is less about policy and more about politics, arguing that the bill ultimately raises deficits and hurts working families.
It's also especially shocking that he's doing it at a steel fabricator when the Trump-Vance administration has been putting tariffs on steel that are going to make all of the costs of that company go sky high. It's going to increase costs by at least 50% because that's how much the tariffs are increased. So it's really dismaying that he would do this.
Now, Garcia says that there is a protest planned from noon until 1 p.m. That'll be at Copeland Park. Well, UW-La Crosse political analyst Anthony Chergosky says both parties view the Coulee region as one of the most competitive areas in the country. That's why high-profile names keep making stops here, even outside an election year. He also says that Vice President Vance's stop is part of an ongoing effort to shape public opinion on the bill.
Both sides are engaged in a high-stakes competition to influence public opinion when it comes to positive or negative reactions to the Big Beautiful Bill. Of course, it's also worth noting that J.D. Vance is very likely to be a presidential candidate in 2028, and he would have an excellent chance of winning the Republican Party nomination if he does indeed run.
Chergosky says that voters should expect to hear competing messages from both sides tomorrow and encourages people to think critically since the legislation is large, complicated, and will impact people in many different ways.